Hey guys, I'm Daniel of Pinoy Techno Guide, and in this video, we're going to unbox the MyPhone myX8 smartphone. It comes in a pretty simple box with the key features printed on the side. This includes an Android Oreo OS, 5.45-inch HD IPS display with an 18:9 aspect ratio, 4000 mAh battery, quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM, 8 megapixel rear camera with a Sony image sensor, 5 megapixel front camera, 4G LTE connectivity, and support for USB OTG connection. Let's go ahead and unbox this smartphone. And here's the MyPhone myX8. There's a protective film on the front of the device with the same features I mentioned earlier. I got the gold color variant, although there are two more colors to choose from, black and blue. There's a map of the Philippines at the back. This can either be good or bad depending on your personal preference. It's just an outline though and less conspicuous than previous models. Let's peel this off, shall we? Oh, and the back cover can be detached, which reveals the big battery, SIM card slots, and microSD card slot. The battery is not removable though. It's held in place by screws for safety, I guess. You have to be careful when detaching and reattaching the back cover because there are so many snap joints. There are no buttons on the right side as well as on the bottom of the device. The power and volume buttons are all found on the left side. Meanwhile, the 3.5mm audio jack and micro USB port are on the top. Let's set this phone aside for a while we check the other contents of the box. There's a set of earphones with a single button for play and pause functions. There's also a power adapter with a rated output of 5 volts and 1.5 amperes, and a micro USB cord. It's interesting to check how long this takes to fully charge the fairly large battery of this smartphone. I'll be checking that for the full review. Underneath everything is a quick start guide with helpful tips for first-time smartphone owners. But the most surprising content is this, a sticker of my phone's heart-shaped logo. So there you have all the contents of the MyPhone myX8 box. Let's now get a hands-on experience with the device. After the initial setup, it asks for user registration. This can be bypassed by tapping the MyPhone logo several times. It's fairly responsive for a smartphone worth less than 5,000 pesos, although I'm kinda bothered by the dark background of the navigation buttons. I think this can be fixed by using another launcher. It's also worth noting that the MyPhone myX8 is running on the regular version of Android Oreo operating system and not the Android Go version. Hence, it has the regular version of Google's apps like Maps and Gmail instead of the Lite or Go versions. However, there are several pre-installed apps from MyPhone, including the Brown and Proud portal, Aguila, and the Pinoy app. I might end up disabling these apps except for the last one. Going into the settings reveals 6.1 gigabytes of used storage space out of 16 gigabytes. That means there's almost 10 gigabytes of free storage for your apps, photos, and other files. You can also check the phone's 8 megapixel rear camera. It's decent, but I will have to test this outside and test its front camera, gaming performance, and battery life. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're new and keep visiting PinoyTechnoGuide.com for the full review and the latest smartphones in the Philippines.